Alright, you guys. Let's do a reading on the energy for the upcoming week using the dog tarot. Okay, this is new to me. They don't have swords on the swords cards. They don't have, well, they do have sticks on the wands cards. Pentacles are balls, swords are bones, cups are leashes, and wands are sticks, doggy sticks. Entertainment purposes only, use guys. All right, let's come on down. All right. See, so I might be a little slow. Okay. All right, we have 3 already. Excellent. All right, so we have the 3 of Cups. That is celebration, happiness. And we have the hold on there. Am I upside down? 8 of Swords. Okay, so that's about 8 of Swords is about feeling stuck. The bones are the swords in this deck. That's about feeling stuck. But now, in most decks, there will be a person often actually looking, they're bound, you know, their hands are bound, they have a blindfold on, but it's all very loose, so they can wiggle out of it and move along anytime they choose to, and sometimes there's a mirror. Now, because what the mirror shows is not a person who's bound, but a person who's free. So this is about feeling stuck, not necessarily being stuck. Remember that many of us we're over it. we're vibrating at a higher level, and we're just waiting for everybody else to catch up. Okay? It's a little frustrating. And then we have the World card. So that's end of one cycle, beginning of another. And these are very new, very slippery. Sorry about that. Okay, the Chariot. So that's 2 major arcanas. The Chariot is about moving through something very swiftly. Moving through chaos. Moving through changes very swiftly. The world change. Moving through that swiftly, quickly. And the best advice that I ever got was pay attention to what I'm doing. And don't worry so much about what everybody else is doing, because it'll drive you nuts. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles. So this is a message coming to us about some form of abundance. Not necessarily financial, but it can be. Whatever that means for you. Whatever abundance looks like for you. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Poor little guy, he's all bound up. Yeah, Cups. See the fish on the end of the leash? That's Cups, water. So 4 of Cups is about loss. Okay? And not necessarily the loss of something awful, you know, or the effects of the loss being awful. It could be about losing something that we, you know, an old habit, or something we need to shed or release, so that we are, so we make more room for the good stuff to come in. Thank you, Spirit Team. King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is not afraid to move forward. He's got a little lion hat on. It's cute. Yeah, he's not afraid to move forward. Because the King of Wands also does speak to strength as well. The lion in a tarot deck is about strength or protection. And then we have the 6 of Wands. That's a lot of wands used, guys. That's a lot of forward movement. So the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory card. Okay. So expect a victory of some type this week. Celebrate the small wins. Let me know how this reading resonates for you. In the comment section, you guys. There's that strength card, see? Can't make this stuff up. Strength. No matter what's going on. Perseverance. Can't change what's going on. All we can do is change how we react to it. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is where we begin to see the fruits of our labor showing. The seeds that we've planted, whether metaphorically or physically, beginning to sprout. That's about spring. It's about renewal. We have the Hierophant. Okay, and this dog is holding the keys. So we are actually the key to our obtaining a higher vibration. Learning how to live in the 3D physically, but live in the 4D, 5D, and so on, spiritually and mentally. It's that the earth is very harsh. Then we have the High Priestess. That's why some people choose not to come back, because the earth is so harsh. Okay, the High Priestess, that is, I generally call that the spiritual connection. Get that mental quiet time as much as you can, to whatever extent you can. No one is going to quiet their mind completely. That's not the way that works. We need to actually hear the messages from our spirit team when we're meditating. So we need to really pay attention to those thoughts that are running through our minds, unless they're worry thoughts. That's usually us, our ego. And then we have the King of Pentacles. That's again about some type of abundance. It's about, thank you, having control. Having control over what is coming to us. And finally, the Two of Swords, making choices. Do we choose to walk along the path to obtain that higher vibration? Or do we choose to stay where we are? Stuck. Where's our Eight of Wands? Right here. He's going for the bones. You see him? He's going for those bones. He's trying to get those bones. Eight of Swords. All right, you guys. That's that for the weekly. Don't forget to check out Healing Truth Tarot if you would like to see some political videos. There are many of them. But here, and I did change the name to this channel just a tiny bit, Soulful Psychic, readings without the politics. Okay? So, here we go. Thanks for showing up, you guys. I see you in the funny papers.